So the EA press conference at Gamescom was today, and I couldn't help myself from offering my opinion as to what happened. You know what, don't even look at it that way. Just pretend that I'm a translator that is going to take what they said on stage and tell you what it actually means, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm going to cut out all the fluff and all the Battlefield 4 dubstep posturing that goes into these sort of press conferences and filter it into cold, hard, probably opinionated facts, and that's gonna start with our intro, which is pretty much Battlefield 4, real players, real gamers, real gameplay. And you know what? I thought it was pretty convincing. You probably thought it was pretty convincing until you saw the small text at the end. Like, wait a second, actual paid focus group participants? So the intro really should have said, real players, real gameplay, real paid focus group participants, only in Battlefield 4, wub wub wub. You know what, man? I'm disappointed in every single one of those quote-unquote real players. Especially you, Tyrone, you lied to us. You know what, EA, if you're gonna pay someone, you really should have paid Eggs Tyrone. At least he would have given some honest feedback about the game.
It's off the chain, baby.
And don't even get me started on the girl in the video spewing out buzzwords like badass and epic.
One word, badass, epic, badass, epic.
And then the speaker came out, Carl Magnus Trodson. Yeah, of course his name had to be Carl, how fitting for the occasion. Blah blah blah, he says the beta's coming out in early October, as every German in the crowd says, oh mein Gott, wirklich? And Frostbite 3. We've never heard of that thing before. And finally, Lelvolution, and more Lelvolution. To give you a brief synopsis, if you're not familiar, about what Lelvolution actually is, think of it this way. This thing breaks, that thing breaks. See that thing? It breaks too. See that monument? Yup, you guessed it, our survey says breaks. But then Carl talked about Lelvolution and about how little things can have a big impact on gameplay, which, it just puzzled me.
Other things are smaller, but they can have a huge impact on your gameplay. Like shooting fire extinguishers to disorient your opponents.
Wait. Is a fire extinguisher really gonna be that big of a deal? Oh man, how did we lose last game? We were like 400 tickets ahead. Well, after Carl shot that fire extinguisher, it was pretty much all downhill from there. Goddamn fire extinguishers. And in the Lelvolution trailer they showed shortly afterwards, I couldn't help but notice that some of these players were pretty naive when it came to even the most basic level of geometry. Like, just look at this guy. He runs inside of an empty train car, hoping to find some sort of escape route, and then yells in surprise as he gets naded into oblivion. It's a rectangular prism, Carl, with one single opening, which also happens to be the exit. Unless you were banking on finding the yellow brick road inside of there, you deserve to die for your geometric stupidity. And I bet it was that gamer girl from the intro too. It really wouldn't surprise me. And glossing over the knife that can also be used as a paddle if you ever find yourself in some sort of Chinese military canoe, the best part of the trailer was the part where the guy cuts the lights and uses his night vision. All I was thinking the entire time was, that IRNV scope is totally not going to get nerfed into the basement as soon as the first patch hits, just like it did in Battlefield 3. And then of course came just what every Battlefield player craves, the sun, followed by the sun, featuring the sun with a special guest appearance by the sun. I also really like the part where the ship comes crashing ashore, and all I could think about the entire time was the Lost World Jurassic Park. You guys remember that scene, right? The huge ship comes barreling in, and the T-Rex comes out and basically screams, "You done goofed, Mr. Howard." Yeah, that. I'm not going to say that Battlefield 4 needs a T-Rex, but I'm definitely going to say that it couldn't hurt. Like, Battlefield 4 with a T-Rex versus Battlefield 4 without a T-Rex does not sound like a difficult decision, at least in my opinion. And the final part of this trailer that didn't make sense to me was the boat crew that actually contributed to the team. I'm not sure if DICE knows this or not, but a boat crew has never, ever contributed to the team ever in the history of Battlefield. Anybody that has ever played Battlefield 3 knows that on a boat, this is the way that things work. If you're in the gunner seat, you're having a dance party like it's 1999, and if you're in the passenger seat, you're sitting crisscross applesauce, as still as a stone, and are probably alt-tabbed ordering Domino's. You know I'm right, you know I'm exactly right, when I say that every boat ride in Battlefield 3 goes exactly like this. Following Following the Evolution trailer, I couldn't help but notice the image in the background and how the guy was missing his helmet. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that your Kevlar is a pretty important piece of equipment, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe this guy just wears so much slick hair gel that his helmet just slides off his head anytime he tries to move. Now, oh, I get it now. You have to have premium to get a helmet. It all makes sense now. Like, I feel like silly Badger. Kevlars are for rich people. How did you not know that? Whatever. Okay. So next came the premium trailer, which essentially went like this. My name is Frederick Loving, and I'm wearing a V-neck. Oi mate, my name's Ben Jones, and you should take my advice because my job title contains the word senior. And if that's not convincing enough, mate, take my advice because I have hammerhead sharks on my shirt. My name is Mark Janis, and I am also wearing a V-neck. Meow meow meow, China Rising, do want. Yeah man, definitely do want. Second Assault, yay, more Metro, Naval Strike, which is essentially just going to be a swimming simulator, at least in my opinion, Dragon's Teeth, and Final Stand. Whoa, wait, hold the phone for a second, rewind that.
Why would you do that?
So there's a new game mode called Obliteration. You try to destroy the enemy objective and they try to destroy yours, but you have to get a neutral bomb before you can blow up anything. So that pretty much means, at least in my opinion, navigate a minefield filled with C4 and claymores, not to mention bipoded supports everywhere, surrounding a bomb for 20 minutes before both teams tie because nobody can actually physically pick up the bomb. Yada yada yada, new map in the South China Sea, and cue the trailer. Actually, you know what, I'll give you the short version. DICE is still trying to convince people that boats contribute to the battlefield. Aiming down sights is for plebs and scrubs. Oh wow, DICE actually admits that useless snipers sit off in the distance all game. Of course the Chinese are destroying windmills because they can't tolerate anything that might mildly help the environment. Jets, 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 and is that a jet ski? Oh yeah, and more boats crashing into land like Jurassic Park. Cue the T-Rex or whatever. Blah blah blah, only in Battlefield 4.
Only in Battlefield 4.
And finally, North America gets the game 2 days earlier than Europe does. I'm not even sure if I should be saying America or my sides, mate. I'm having a serious giggle right now, mate. And well, that's about it.
Dynamite!